Wrongful death is when someone passes away due to the legal fault of another. Sometimes the death is easy to prove. Other times it's not as easy to prove. An example of an easy-to-prove wrongful death is maybe someone was traveling on the freeway and they were rear-ended forcefully by a tractor-trailer and passed away on impact. That would be a pretty clear-cut example of a wrongful death. But oftentimes, wrongful death occurs days, months, sometimes even years after the fact. And in those cases, it might be more difficult to prove. An example that I've seen happen more than once is someone is involved in a car accident. They go through a conservative course of treatment, chiropractic, physical therapy care, maybe they try some injections, and then ultimately they're recommended surgery. Sometimes surgeries have complications. People pass away on the operating table. People develop infections and pass away later. Those cases can still be considered wrongful death. As long as the initial injury for which they were treating and ultimately passed away was related to the initial negligence of another party, it's still considered wrongful death. In these cases, though, it might be more difficult to prove, and oftentimes we might have to get a medical doctor or an expert involved to correlate the causation between the death and the initial injury. If you've had a loved one pass away and you're not sure if it's wrongful death, give the attorneys at Warner and Fitzmartin a call and we'd be happy to take a look.